Alright guys, today we're doing the full speed test for the Realme 6 Pro versus the Redmi Note 8 Pro. Two very good budget phones. $224 for the 8 Pro, one of my favorite phones of last year and still this year. Then we have the Realme 6 Pro, which is a really nice mid-ranger, coming in at 300 bucks. So we're going to go ahead and start with the boot up. So we have the Snapdragon 720G on here, and we have the Helio G90T processor. So let's go ahead and get these timed right. 3, 2, 1. So the Realme 6 Pro has 8 gigs of RAM, and we have 6 gigs of RAM on the Redmi Note 8 Pro. Running the MIUI skin, and we're running the Realme skin. So we can see faster boot up on the Note 8, and we're still really booting into the Realme UI, so much faster actually. Wow, this is a long boot up. Okay, now we're in. Alright, so let's start off with some basic applications. So let's go ahead and do the settings. Faster on the 6 Pro, and you do have that 90 Hz display, which makes everything definitely feel much smoother, which is something that you're gonna notice. Let's try the Play Store. Faster on the 8 Pro here. Let's go ahead and try YouTube. Faster on the 6 Pro, and the 8 Pro still loading up. Wow, that took a minute. Alright, let's go ahead and try some games. Now, I do believe this Helio G90T should be faster when launching games. Yeah, that's what I thought. So this Helio G90T is really fast when you're launching games and stuff like that. I forgot to do the camera. Let's go ahead and bounce into that. 3, 2, 1. Faster on the 6 Pro. So it looks like for basic applications, you're gonna have a faster experience on the 6 Pro most of the time. Yeah, so definitely super fast on the 6 Pro for basic applications. But it seems like for games, you really are gonna have a super fast experience on the Note 8 Pro. See, get that lined up. So definitely for applications, much faster on the Realme 6. So this is a really fast chip as far as applications. Now let's go ahead and try Instagram. Still faster on the 6. Alright, let's go ahead and try a heavier game like PUBG. And it looks like it's going to be a little bit faster on the Realme 6 Pro here. And it looks like we're already in. And we're finally in on the Note 8 Pro here. So as you guys can see, the big difference between these two chips. Now let's go ahead and check out the graphics settings. So I'll put the Note 8 Pro at the top here. Let's go ahead and get in the game. We're in on the 6 Pro, and as you can see, we check out the graphics. We're limited to HD and high. If we go on the, as you can see, we're on HDR and we're on ultra frame rate. So this is a more powerful chip, this Helio G90T processor, and it's definitely going to be smoother. Now with the 90 hertz, it just seems really smooth, so it's kind of like an interesting thing here. So you do have better graphics pretty much, but if the game is 90 hertz enabled, it's gonna just look super smooth on this display here. So that is one of the really cool things about the Realme 6 Pro at this price point. Alright, so let's see what applications stayed open here. So let's go to the Play Store. Did not refresh. Let's go back to Instagram. Still open. Google Earth. Still open. Check out Subway Surfer. Still open. So these two are doing very good when it comes to multitasking here. Let's try YouTube. Still open on both. So I'm pretty impressed. Even though this has more RAM, it's keeping up. Now I wonder if PUBG is gonna stay open. See, so and I think this has a lot to do with the software. So it restarted on the Realme 6 Pro. I think MIUI, like I said in my other video, is a little bit more polished than this Realme UI. Alright, let's go ahead and run a little browser test. So we're in Chrome on both of these, and we'll go to the desktop version so we can get a really good idea here. So let's go ahead and click on The Verge, pretty heavy site. So it looks like the Note 8 Pro got it there just by a little bit. But as you can see, very smooth on both. Really nice. So these are both 1080p LCD panels here, and it just looks awesome. Now the scrolling experience is gonna just, again, the 90 hertz is just gonna make it seem like it's much smoother. On here compared to it, it does feel like a little jerky, but it's actually not. It just feels that way compared to the 90 hertz. So that is like the whole big thing about the 90 hertz thing. It's gonna feel much smoother. Alright, so as you guys can see on the Geekbench score, the Realme 6 Pro does do a better job here. And even though we're getting better graphics on the Note 8 Pro, this is going to be, again, as we saw with the speed test, the overall faster phone here. As you can see, if we look at the single core, here we go right here. And if we look at our multi-core, here we go. So as you can see, it just does a better job here. So I'm still really impressed with how fast the Note 8 Pro is for, you know, an older and a cheaper phone compared to the Realme 6 Pro, most definitely. And it seems like the RAM management is a little bit better, even on MIUI. Just from using both of these phones, I have noticed, even though this has a ton of RAM. So let me know what you guys think about Realme's UI. Have you tried it? What do you think about MIUI? Be sure to let me know, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.